Hey everyone, this is Andy from Gizchina, and today we're going to do a hands-on and unboxing of the Homtom HT5. Now all year we've seen phones from Homtom and they've all boasted large batteries and specifications designed to ensure that those batteries will last as long as possible. Now the HT5 is no different. If we look at the back of the box, we can see we've got a few specification details. The main specification feature of this phone is the 4250 mAh battery. It's quite a large battery for a 5-inch HD phone, and it should last pretty well considering that it's running a 1 GHz MediaTek MT6735 processor and just 1 GB of RAM. So already we know off the bat that this phone is designed for the longest battery life possible rather than out-and-out performance. The box also tells us that we've got an 8 megapixel Sony rear camera, 2 megapixel front camera, and Android 5.1 Lollipop installed as standard. We can also see on the side of the box we've got different color options there, and we have the grey one checked. Homtom selling the HT5 with different wooden patterned backs on the phones, so we'll see what wooden pattern we've got in the packet. Okay, so inside the box we've got the Homtom HT5 here on the left, and in the right we've got a large European style charger, and we've got a USB data cable and charge cable. Now off the top of my head I do believe that Homtom are using MediaTek's Pump Express fast charging system for the HT5, and again off the top of my head I do believe that the battery will charge in around 2 or 2.5 hours, which is pretty quick, but we will test that for the full review. If we just pull the phone out of the way, the last pieces in the box are a screen protector and an English user manual. Now it's interesting that Homtom provide a screen protector in the box because there's already one applied to the phone. But it's also interesting because the specifications state that this is a Corning Gorilla Glass display, so you may not need to use the screen protectors at all. Now you can see that there's one screen protector already applied. You can see that it doesn't quite meet the edges of the phone, and that's because we've got a 2.5D glass display. It's a curved display, and obviously the screen protector can't bend around those curves. So that's what the HT5 looks like from the front. 5-inch display, 2 megapixel front camera, and we've got these capacitive buttons on the chin. I'm not sure if they're backlit. We'll have a look at that once we power the phone up. If you look at the side of the phone, you can see it's quite a thick phone, and that's because of the 4250 mAh battery and also a metal chassis. Now you can't see it very clearly at the moment because it does come with a case on the phone. I'll remove that now. It's a clear silicone case that comes in the packet, nice and soft, easy to get on and off, and that should protect the phone if you knock it or if you just stick it in your pocket with your keys by mistake. Taking the cover off though, we can see this wood finish rear panel. So there's 5 different color options I believe that Homtom will be offering, and this is one of the wood finishes. It's not just a painted on finish, we've also got a little bit of a faux wood pattern to it too. It doesn't really feel like wood, but it looks pretty nice. It's a bit different than the standard black plastic or white plastic rear cover. So on the back we've got a speaker grill there. You can't quite make it out. You can just see the perforations there with the Homtom logo, single LED flash, and a 13 megapixel camera. In the top we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack, and you can see we've got this metal chassis that runs all the way around the edges of the phone, and actually feels pretty well made. It's got a nice beveled edge to it which has been polished with a matte finish on the main flat area. We've got a power button and volume rocker on the right hand side. They do feel a little bit further up than I'm used to. It might be nicer to have them further down so you don't have to move the position of your hand, but the buttons themselves, they do feel pretty good. We've got a USB plug in the base with a microphone, and there's nothing along the left hand side, which must mean that we can pull the rear off so we can get at the SIM cards. So you can see we've got space for dual SIM cards. We've got space for a micro SD card, and we've got this battery which I'm going to pull out. One moment. And you can see it's a pretty thick battery. It's quite a thick battery. So Homtom say it's a 4250 mAh battery, and it might just be. It's quite thick. I'm going to pull this plastic protector off, And now we should be able to turn the phone on. So let's pop that in, pop the rear back on, click it into place, and let's see if it powers on. It should have power inside. There we go. So the Homtom logo comes up first, and according to the specs it's Android 5.1 as standard. I'm not sure if that's a stock installation or if Homtom have got their own ROM on here, but we'll take a look at that in a second. Alright, so we're all powered on. It looks like we've got a near stock Android installation with just a launcher and icon pack. You can see that the icons are this odd shadowed look. Not really my cup of tea, but obviously it's easy to change if you download your own icon pack there from the Google Play Store, which we can see is already installed the standard. We've got an app drawer, all your apps are in there. We've got a few different apps already in here. We've got Documents to Go there. Google Maps are in there too. Let's take a look in the settings. We've got Hotnot, so if you have another Hotnot enabled device, you can connect them together, touch screens, and transfer data between each other. I'm just going to turn the screen brightness down a little bit. There we go. If we go into About the Phone at the bottom, Android 5.1, just as stated on the packaging, and it doesn't look like these buttons do light up. They're not backlit buttons. So that's what it looks like. This is the ROM on the Homtom HT5. It's not standard. It's had a few changes to it. We've got new icons here in the settings. We've also got that new icon pack. But overall, in use, it looks very similar to a stock installation. Let's take a look at the camera. So this is the 8 megapixel rear camera. This is just your basic Android camera application on here. According to the Homtom, you can interpolate the photos to 30 megapixels if you like. That seems okay. I mean, focus isn't the fastest. It doesn't have PDAF or laser focus on here, but then again, it is an affordable big battery phone. Alright, that's it for now. That's the Homtom HT5 unboxing and hands-on. As usual, we'll perform a full review of this phone. We'll also check out how long this large 4250 mAh battery takes to charge and how long it lasts. If you have any questions about the Homtom HT5, please feel free to let me know and I'll do my best to answer you as soon as possible. Thanks all for your time and see you all soon. Bye bye.